Uh, I have been here at the invitation of Enrico Giovannini at this conference, and the title of my presentation was on the effect of the crisis on households and firms in Europe. And I had here the possibility to present basically three different initiatives of the European system of central banks. One was on households. We have had a big survey of 62,000 households in the euro area on household consumption and finances. And the results which I presented here showed that the situation of households, the data referred to 2010, was very heterogeneous in Europe. So you have to look into the different countries, into the different segments of the population to get the right picture of the European economy. So for instance, we presented information on what is the access to financing for households, or how much precautionary saving have the households been able to do, and a few other issues which are relevant. And the situation shows that in certain countries, especially the lower paid or more poorer households have a lot of challenges to face, especially now in the crisis. The second part of my presentation was on small and medium-sized enterprises, the so-called access to financing for small and medium-sized enterprises, which is a survey which the European Central Bank and the European Commission do twice a year. And here the question is, what are the biggest challenges for small and medium-sized enterprises? And it turns out, after finding customers, the second biggest challenge in Europe is currently finding financing. And again here, the results were again heterogeneous. So while small and medium-sized enterprises in Germany, for instance, have very little problems to get financing for their investments, for their expansion, you have other countries like Portugal or Spain where the enterprises have problems to get new financing. And all these might have then repercussions on future growth, on investment for the future employment. So it is for economic policy quite relevant. And the last and third part which I presented is an initiative to make the models, the economic analysis models and forecast models, more sophisticated in light of the experiences of the crisis, actually taking exactly that into account, what I said before, the heterogeneity between countries, the heterogeneity within countries, the potential not having access to financing. So the central bankers in Europe are working on making new models which take these financial problems, financial instabilities into account. So altogether, I presented these three things, and my conclusion was that central banks cannot influence the level of income, the distribution of income in the economy. This is not their task. Their task is to ensure price stability, and now increasingly also ensure financial stability on the macro level, and now also in some countries on the micro level via being the bank supervisor. And all this information which we gather, this micro information, is very crucial to fulfill the tasks of the central banks.